Okay. I just went to. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. If you can hear me, kindly comment. I can hear you. King Wealth, good evening. Good evening. King Wealth, since you are always the early comer, we need to give you prize. Oh. Go and tag all of them on the group chat. Tell them that we have started. I don't know why they are not here. Goodness, thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening, Blessing Obo. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Let's go to the group chat and go and tell them that we have started. They should run down quickly, quickly, quickly. Well, if you want to receive the prize, no problem. We are going to consider it. I'm not saying anything. Nothing is certain now. I'm just saying we are going to consider it. So let's see how it goes. Good evening, Sandra. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. One more minute and we are going to start the class properly. Good evening, Augusta. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. So once it's 5 minutes after 7, we'll kickstart today's section. Good evening, successful Yerumo. I hope I pronounced that properly. So, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today's section. And I know a lot of people are used to 8 p.m., so maybe that's why some of them are just saying, is it 8 p.m. today? Is it 8 p.m. today? We understand. So that's why I said go to the group chat and tag them so that they can join us. Now, before we continue, before I go into this week's overview, I would like to know how has been the first 2 weeks? Like, how is everything? Just though you just keep it simple. How was week 1 and week 2 for you? The things you have learned throughout this week from the videos, the written files, and everything. Have you been able to practice it? What changes have you seen? We know there's a feedback form, but I just want our live response now. So, okay, well said. King Wet said it has been great. Thank God for that. Good evening, Joy. Good evening, Osazu, Osase. Let me just say Osaze. Good evening. So it has been insightful and educative, impactful. Thank you so much. So we are coming to week three. This is week three. Before we know week four, and everything is all over. Don't just make, don't just keep learning. Like I said, don't just be consistent because of the certificate. Make sure you are actually learning something, you are actually gaining something, and at the end of the day you'll be able to use it. Now, for this week overview, we are looking at prompt engineering. Now, like the topic says, prompt, it's just like I give you this and you return this. That's actually what, like the simple explanation to it. It is the art and science of communicating with AI systems like ChatGPT and Google Gemini. So you are communicating with them. You are giving them instruction. I want you to do this, and it will give you back. Now, there was a particular program that was organized by GRID and Center for Artificial Intelligence. People came for the program and or they learned prompt engineering and everything. It's not about you learning, it's about doing or practicing what you have learned. Do you know that I have a friend now that she makes posts online on LinkedIn, and she makes graphics for her posts. She usually makes she will make graphic like flyer. And I'm looking at this girl. If you go and meet a graphic designer will charge you nothing less than 5,000 naira per design. She was in that training section in December, because that particular section held, it was, I think, November, December. That was when we had that program. So when she started, she learned how to do, that was where she learned how to do prompt engineering and everything. If I see a flyer on LinkedIn, I'll say, "Ah, is it that this girl has money every week, every day to be paying for 5,000 naira?" And these flyers, once you see these flyers, you will not even know that they are AI generated. Until she told me that her flyers are AI generated, oh, that she cannot be paying graphic designer. She just made sure she went back to her notes, read them again, looked at them again, and she was able to um do more, like prompt AI, and the AI will give her a good flyer. If you see the flyer, you cannot even know. There is no way you will know that, oh, this flyer was from AI at all. You will not know. So don't take this particular section we are having at this prompt engineering, take it very, very serious, because the world is moving fast, fast, fast. Instead of you to sit down and be waiting for one graphic designer that will still send something that you say correct, 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 or instead of you to be waiting for, people are even using graphics to get to build companies, to build things. Everything is just based on the particular prompt you give to the AI that you are using. Now, for this week, we'll be looking at prompt engineering, and it's not just by typing. We will learn to move beyond simply typing into a chat, just normal typing that you just type, what is your name, or show me a boy, send me a picture of a girl. No. We will move from there to normal typing to commanding large language models, that's LLMs, to leverage their power. Like somebody, I saw a comment yesterday, and the person said it's not that the AI is smart, it is the person, the individual that is typing or that is giving the prompt that is smart. Two of us might be looking for a picture of a television or a picture of an event. The way I will prompt the AI will be different from the way you prompt the AI, and our results will be very, very different. Now, AI, prompt engineering, most times people use it for research, people use it for writing, coding, problem solving. I think at first when AI started, when AI came out, many people were using it to chat. AI, do you know what I did today? I put on, like, I'm putting on a black dress. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, and people are So you do not see normal human being to chat with again. Now it's AI you're chatting with. So then it was something of that nature. Like people were actually using AI to people were using AI to just chat. They were just chatting and all. They would just say, give the AI instruction and the AI will be able to do it for you. I feel life have actually moved beyond beyond that. People now use it for research, writing, coding, problem solving. Now, this week we are going to learn how large language models work and generate responses, apply the Raka framework to structure and evaluate prompts effectively, write clear, simplify and context-rich prompts for various purposes, use AI tools for research, writing, coding and creative tasks, identify limitations and ethical consideration including hallucinations and bias. Na the four pillars of dis modulo 3. The four pillars that is at the end of this week, what the four things that you should be able to do. You should be able to understand large language models, that's the LLMs. That is their training mechanism, capability and the truth behind text generation. For you should be able to understand the Reka framework, the anatomy of a perfect prompt. How do you give perfect prompt? The role, action, context, constraint, communication and audience. That's just the full meaning of Raka. Now, applied prompting, leveraging AI for academic research, coding and technical documentation. Then creative and ethical AI, brainstorming, problem solving and navigating biases. So these are the four pillars: understanding LMS, the Raka framework, applied prompting, creative and ethical AI. So these are the four pillars that we'll be learning in week 3. Now, understanding large language models. More than just chatbots, AI like ChatGPT and Gemini are powered by large language models. It's just like you input your data, is to give it, there's a statistical engine and there's output. So most people always ask, like, I see that this AI know this thing. The truth is, the world we live in now, there is nothing like there's nothing that this AI cannot do. Why? They have a lot of information. There is a lot of information in the internet now that people can actually use. As you are pressing your phone every day, as you are sending that text, as you are searching through Google, everything you are doing, you are actually giving a particular AI knowledge. Let me put it that way. It's just as if you are giving that AI knowledge. You are giving that AI I don't know the perfect words to use now, but it's just like as I'm typing, if I go to Google and type, my name is Priscilla, the next day, I'm going to see, like, if I go to Google to type, my name is Priscilla and all that, it's just as if there's a storage, there's a place where all those data that I'm putting in, those my information that I'm putting in are being stored. So when people have all this AI, they are going to use those information that people have sent to the internet to train their AI. That is when you now search on the AI and say, who and type your name on that AI, the AI is going to give you and tell you, okay, this person is this is this person, this is this person. So it's just as if we are imputing data, then there's a statistical engine where all this thing is being put inside, then it will give us, like, it's being generated. That is why you see sometimes the AI will tell you, let me think for 1 minute, let me think for 30 minutes. That thinking aspect is going through the statistical engine to go and check, oh, do we have this information that this person is going to use. Then before, if you put like a mathematical question to AI, sometimes it will say, oh, we don't have the capability to solve this. That's what it will tell you. like when AI was just coming in. But now, if you put those solutions, they will solve it for you. Why? Because people have been feeding, like they have been training the AI model to actually get those things. So AI predicts the next likely sequence of words based on vast training data. So those data that it have been trained with, that's what it will give out. So it's just like, oh, they have trained this AI on this and this and this because of the rigorous training that it has gone through. It will not give you the likely sequence of words or answer that you are looking for. So that is why under some AI, they will tell you that make sure you confirm it is not 100% accurate. Now, the capabilities of this large language model is to synthesize global text, generate code and creative ideologies. Limitations: hallucination. It might just stay and start saying what you did not even ask of, or maybe you are asking question based on this, the AI might be saying another thing. And sometimes you see some people be say, AI, this is not what I told you to do now. You start say, oh, sorry. All those are kind of this thing. So those are the limitation. Then context limits and inherited biases. Now, the second aspect, now I told you there are four main pillars. The second aspect is the anatomy of an effective prompt. So how do we know that we are prompting right? I said it's the Raka solution, where R is zero, A is the action, C for context, another C for constraint, and the last C for communication styles, and A for audience. So the role, it assign when you are prompting, assign a specific personnel. Just say, oh, I am a student of the University of Benin, or I am an accountant. Once you give yourself a role, so it means that AI is going to think of you that, oh, this is what an accountant will likely ask, or if I want to give this response to an accountant, the response should be this way. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So make sure that anytime you are prompting AI, you give yourself a personnel. You can tell the AI, act as a senior researcher. The next thing, specify exactly what you want it to do. To say that's A for action. You say, oh, act as a senior researcher. I want to do this. Context, provide background information. The background, okay, assuming this, assuming this is that, provide the background information. So it's not as if the AI is just, because if you just put right on the topic, um AI is good or AI is bad, and you did not give it any role, you did not give it any action, you did not give it context, or use this Raka method, it will just be giving you generic answers. Now, context, provide background information. Constraints, set limitations, word count, format, what to avoid. You can tell it, oh, avoid plagiarism, avoid this, avoid that. It should be 200 words. This is the format. I want you to write it in APA format for me. So you set constraints as you are giving it the prompt. The next C is communication style. Define the tone. Do you want it to be soft? Do you want the answer to be loud? Do you want the answer, just define the kind of tone you want it in. And A for audience, specify the target demography. Okay, this answer you are giving me, I want to use it for students. This answer you are giving me, I want to use it for this. So make sure you are specifying the kind of target audience, the people that are going to get what you are doing or what you want. Now, the next thing is AI for research and writing, the cognitive assistant, integrating AI into academic and professional writing lifestyle. Most of us here are students and lecturers, and the world is actually going into AI and all. So it's not been news for somebody to say, Oh, I don't want to see any AI this thing. I don't want to see the world is actually moving past all those things. I mean, people are using AI. But is it good now for us to rely on the AI? No. We just need to know how to use it. Now, integrating AI into academic and professional writing cycle, summarizing long and dense document and extracting key insight. Sometimes you see like 50 pages of a document and the lecturer wants you to read all the 50. Yes, good and fine. But the lecturer is giving you just 5 minutes for you to present your idea or something. You can use AI to summarize those long and dense documents and extract key insights, generate logical outlines and building counter arguments. Now, you can, if you even want to see how this thing works very well, you might say, okay, after the AI finish giving you the answer, just say, no, if this is this, why will give me this? The AI will give you those things. So it's actually restructuring how this thing looks like. Then paraphrasing and rewriting context for clarity. Sometimes you might have a very big work and you just want to paraphrase and you just want to rewrite the content for clarity for you to understand it very well. Integrity, fast tracking outputs and understanding hallucinated citation and avoiding plagiarism. Like I said before in the Raka this thing, you should tell it things to avoid. If not, the AI might just be even giving you citations that does not exist. Citations that does not exist, you just start seeing them and you'll be wondering, where did this citation come from? Like, many people just carry those things like that and copy and paste. No, you have to use it properly in a way that you'll be able to say, yes, this thing is actually working well. If not, it will just be giving you hallucinated citations. And at the end of the day, some people will submit their project work and all. And the people they cite in the project work or the assignment does not even exist. Or the people did not even write that work. Now, AI for coding and technical tasks. Your digital peer programmer. AI is just like your digital peer programmer, bridging the gap between human language and computer logic. Code generation, writing simple scripts or queries in language like Python, SQL, or JavaScript. Most people that build websites, most people that work with all this coding and Python and all this stuff, most of them use it for code generation. Sometimes, gone are those days that you'll be hooked on one this thing, on one language, and you'll be there, you'll be looking for the error, you'll be debugging, bug will just be coming into everything. But now you can just send us those things to the AI and say, oh, help me and fix this code, rewrite this, do this like this, and it will just give you in seconds, in minutes. Now, intelligent debugging, like I explained before, using AI to identify syntax error and fix broken code, explaining complex technical concepts to non-technical audience, automatically creating structured technical documentation. Many people cannot, before, you after creating the website, you now use like 2 months or 3 months to say, I want to start writing documentation about this. But now with the use of AI, everything is now made easy. It is very, very easy for you to write your documentations. Now, creative application and problem solving. Leveraging AI to bridge the gap between abstract concepts and finalized content. The algorithmization, using problematic nature of AI for divergent creative thoughts, overcoming blank page syndrome by generating diverse angle and ideas, adapting a core message for different models, like that's for content creation. Then for critical thinking, using chain of thought prompting to force logical reasoning through complex problem. Now the thing is that no matter how it is, the prompt you give to an AI and the prompt somebody else will give to an AI is actually the answer you will get or the output you will get will actually be different. It just depends on what the kind of context, the kind of like the Raka method I showed you, the role, the action plan, communication, and all that. It depends on how you put those things. That is why for creative, they use it for creative application and for problem solving, for content creation, for critical thinking and brainstorming and all that. Now for this week, what are the deliverables for this week? The first one is to create a portfolio of 5 structured prompts using Raka framework. So, like I have explained the Raka method, how the meaning of the whole Raka and how to give out prompts there. So we are going to the first task is to create a portfolio of 5 structured prompts using the Raka framework. Then we are going to have the normal quiz that we usually do during the week. Then we'll kickstart with our project. That is, we begin compiling your prompt engineering portfolio, demonstrating 10 different use cases. So those are the deliverables for this week. It has been sent to the Google Classroom already. I will just share my screen. Let me see. I will just share my screen so that we can. I'll just go through the Google Classroom so we can understand what to do. Okay. So now for the week 3 project, is already in all the classes. Now, the prompt engineering case study. The goal is to demonstrate your ability to use AI as a strategic tool by revealing the architecture of successful prompts. The first assignment, the assignment task, the contest. Select one specific recurring task from your academic work or professional field, like drafting a course syllabus, synthesizing a research paper, creating a lesson plan, or writing an abstract. Just select one specific recurring task that you usually do. The before result, show the poor output of a basic generic prompt, like you just going to you just go to AI and say write an abstract for a paper on climate change. The after results, show the professional output. So first of all, pick a topic like a task, a contest that you want to use. This example now, we are using a paper on climate change. So now just write on your AI. You can either use ChatGPT, Claude, there is Gemini, like there are different types of AI that we have. There's Perplexity, a lot of different types that have been explained in the videos that was uploaded on Google Classroom. So the first thing is to pick a topic like a context, the task that you want. The second thing, just give it a generic prompt, like saying write an abstract for a paper on climate change. Use another prompt again, say some show the professional output, like using that Raka structured prompt. Use the Raka method to write, instead of write an abstract for a paper on climate change. You can give yourself a role as a researcher in Nigeria. You the action that you want it to do, and see the communication and all those remaining things on the Raka stuff. Copy, then the review, copy and paste your final Raka prompt into the assignment submission. Briefly explain why this prompt works better than the first. So in this assignment, the first thing, you write the first generic prompt, put it on a Word document. Write the Raka prompt, the Raka form that you use in writing the prompt. Write that one and write the answer that the AI gave to you. Then explain why the second prompt worked better than the first one by defining the role Something like this: by defining the role as an academic editor and setting constraint on tone, the AI stopped hallucinating and using the correct terminology. So this is like the brief explanation. So you are going to explain what's like the difference between the first answer and the second answer. Now, the second assignment there is the social media deliverable, the evidence. To build your digital garden and showcase your new skill, you must share your findings. Write a short LinkedIn or Twitter or any social media. I think I saw a lot of Facebook posts. So even if you don't have LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook, you can either use LinkedIn, Twitter or Facebook, that's X, to make your post. Now the virtual, simply upload two screenshots side by side or stacked. Left the before results, right the after results. Then the caption, use this template: I spent this week at Pragbacity micro degree, mastering prompt engineering. The difference between a chatbot and a research assistant is in the structure. I use the Raka framework to turn a generic request into a professional high quality result. Swipe to see how the right structure changes everything. Hashtag prompt engineering, hashtag AI integration, and hashtag Pragbacity. Now tag Pravacity and read Uniben and use the hashtag Pravacity micro degree. So this is it about the assignment. So if you have any question, you can just write your question in the comment section so that we'll quickly take your question. Now, for the assignment, the social media post, it's not a must that you must copy it the way we wrote it in the instruction. Make sure you use the relevant hashtag and tag Grid and Pravacity on your social media. But somebody said my screen was not showing. I did not even see that. Hope we were able to follow. It's on our Google Classroom, sha. I was just reading what's there. So make sure it's not a must for you to write it exactly word for word the way we wrote it in the instruction. But make sure you use that pattern and all the hashtag that is in that place. So if you have any question, the attendance link have been dropped. Can go and take the attendance. If you have any question, drop so that we can quickly answer your questions before we call it in night. Okay, okay. Somebody said the my screen was showing. I'm waiting for the questions. So if you have questions, kindly drop them so that we'll do justice to it. Okay, if we don't have question, okay, somebody said the week three project, posting the picture side by side might be a little difficult because it might be long. You can just like, it's just the answer. The how do I put it now? It's just the answer that we're giving from the AI that you are screenshotting. And once you screenshot like your phone, once you screenshot like with your phone, you can just capture the full page. And if you think that the prompt or the answer that is being given to you is not like is too much, you can do more than two screenshots. So if we don't, make sure you take your attendance. Once you are done, I believe we are done with today's section. Since I'm not seeing any more questions, so I won't want to waste your time any further. But the call will still be on for till 8 p.m. for those that are just watching from behind so that they can catch up. So good night, everybody. Do well to take your attendance.